Greetings, Goddess Body Mind Spirit community. This is Tyra Omilade, your Goddess Guru, your sister friend. And y'all know I love helping women align with their life purpose using the power of ancient wisdom and the goddess centered lifestyle. And every Wednesday, we get together and we connect with one another as the beautiful sisters that we are. And so I'd like to welcome you to today's Inspired Goddess Morning Circle. Let's do this. Hello, Queens. How are you all doing? Greetings to all the sister queens out there. How are you? I am so happy to be back. Hello, how are you, Ocean Kimmy, Mystic Storm, Jasmine, how are you? Hello, Shaka. Oh, hey, Natasha, how are you? Beautiful. So happy everyone is here today. So happy to see you all. Well, sort of see you all. Glad to be seen, I guess I could say. Don't forget to get your cup of whatever you're drinking. I'm drinking a shake this morning. I drink Shakeology. So this is Shakeology with some green drink in it, collagen, and cinnamon. Oh, hey, Mimi, how are you? Good to see you. Okay, let's see here. Let me turn this on. All righty, queens. How are y'all doing? What is this? Oh, okay. Yeah, glad to be back. I'm still kind of worn out and tired because I went on a trip this past weekend. I went to Mississippi. I checked on my dad. He looks pretty good. He's getting older, and so he's having to work on a few things, but overall, he looked really, really good. If y'all would keep him in your prayers and your thoughts. He's having hip replacement surgery on August the 8th. I got to see both my brothers and their family, some of their family. And then there was a family reunion down in Louisiana. So I left my dad's house, drove 2 hours down to I just went one day for the family cookout. And then I drove back. And then the next day, which was Monday, I drove back here. So, oh my gosh. And I didn't sleep a lot while I was gone. So I'm like, oh my goodness, I need to get some rest. But anywho, glad to see everyone here. Okay, Divine Iron Herbal Tea by Crystal Dadula. I love that. Okay, so Mystic Storm is drinking matcha latte. Ooh, that sounds good. Ocean Kimmy is drinking Shango. I love that. Greetings, divine ones. I actually didn't eat too well down there. There was nothing. Let me think. Was there anything special? Eh, eh. Yeah, I went to Baton Rouge, but I just ate the food that they cooked. And to me, it was just typical, cookout food or whatever. They didn't have any chicken, so I had to eat something I typically don't eat. Catfish. I even had told my nephew the day before I hate catfish, but I don't eat pork. I don't eat beef. So I was like, I got to eat something. Plus, they work so hard on it. So I was like, I'll go on ahead and eat a little catfish today. Y'all know that's Black and Southern, right? So yes. We're still in the new moon phase. Happy new moon to everybody. Have you set your new moon intentions? Have you done any ritual work? What are you doing for this new moon? I did a video for the YouTube members I really had wanted to get that video posted or get like a little package together because this is a really important moon. If you're on my YouTube channel membership, you can go watch it. Y'all, the membership is only $10. You can go in there and watch every video that I've posted, but in particular, you can watch you can look at this new moon video because this is a very, very special new moon. I want to say I'm pretty sure I said it has like triple manifesting energy. Triple manifesting energy. But the thing about this Cancer new moon that we just had is mm, you have to be willing to make some type of major change, like go through some major transformation in order to manifest whatever it is that you are working on. So yeah, it has some nice energy in it, but there was some challenging energy. It's kind of like one of the things you want to do is it's like you have to learn how to navigate your wounding. That's part of, or maybe use your wounding as a way to like you learn from it, and then that's going to help you to manifest. That's one way I remember thinking about it. And then another one is yeah, just that transformation because it's opposite Pluto. Oh my gosh, when I saw that, I was like, why? It'll feel like pressure to transform. This moon is really bringing this energy of um well, how did I say it? Pressure to transform. And it was interesting too that the nodes of the moon, which the way you hear me talk about it usually is the eclipses, moved into Aries and Libra on the exact same day. And that brought about that's part of the new energy. So a new moon isn't just about the sun and the moon are together. Like Cancer is a sign of new beginnings. Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, they all have to do with new beginnings. And so if we have a new moon in one of those signs, that's automatically double new beginning because we have a new moon, and then we have a new moon in one of those four signs. So that's double new beginnings. We start the summer in the northern hemisphere in Cancer season. Okay. And so we're in a new season and double new beginnings with that moon. So can you see why setting intentions at the new moon is so important? It's important for every new moon, but this new moon, double new beginnings automatically. And then with the nodes of the moon moving into the eclipses now moving into two new signs, Aries and Libra, it's automatically, I mean, it's like maybe even, 4 or 5 to X on the new beginnings because it's not just Cancer at this point, it's Aries and Libra. They were a part of this new moon also. So, whoa, just wow. I might go back and do some more ritual work now that I'm talking about it. Okay. Um, Let me see here. Da, 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 da. They may have had some. I only went one day, so they may have had some on Friday or Saturday, and I just missed it. Hey, Diza, bonjour. Yeah, it is so hot everywhere. Wow. I did a self-love ritual by breaking things off with the Capricorn guy I went with and went to the Erica Badu concert. Oh my gosh, you went to see Erica Badu? I saw somebody in our area say that she's like the epitome of Afro futurism. So, wow, okay. That is exciting. I'm being weird these days. Ah, okay. Yes, Mystic Storm, the energy is intense. Yeah, that's full stop. Full stop. Energy is crazy out here. Yes. Okay. Glad everything is back to normal, Natasha. Ah, aw. Okay. Beautiful, Diza. Beautiful. Yeah, as long as we use the energy, that's what matters the most. Hey, Felicia, how you doing, big sister? Yeah, she's always been ahead of her time. She's just so, I love what Diza said. Mm. Okay, let's see here. So yeah, let's go on ahead while we're on astrology. I thought I opened it up. Oh, hold on one second. Yeah, I'm gonna pull up. We're gonna look at the astrology. Um, Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, this is an eventful week. Wow. Because we are getting ready to have Venus go retrograde. So maybe that's some of the craziness. Let me see. Window right here. Okay. So today is the 19th. Okay. So you can see here on Monday, we had the new moon in Cancer and it says true node in Aries. And so, okay. And then true node in Aries means that there's one in Libra. So that was just like a really powerful day. And then we're gearing up. Venus is on her retrograde um, degree. And I just want to tell y'all, I created a fabulous Venus retrograde class. It's inside of my YouTube membership. You just look for the join button if you want access to that also. I love what I create for my membership. Um, because of course I'm about practical astrology. So I hope y'all avail yourself to that because this Venus retrograde class this Venus retrograde is impactful. I want everybody, hey Fallon, welcome, Queen. Y'all can't see it. She's over on I know y'all like, where's Fallon? Fallon's on Facebook. So this is what I want y'all to do. I want you to drop a yes if you know Venus retrograde is here. And I want you to drop really, like the word really, if you just now hearing that Venus retrograde is happening this week. Yes, South Node in Libra. South Node in Libra. Relationships fent to change. Okay. Fent to change. All right. But I want you to let me know. Did you know that Venus retrograde is upon us? And do you have a plan? Oh, it's Fallon, Fallon. Yes. Okay, good. I'm seeing some yeses. No judgment if it's no. I just need to know. Um, I just need to know. Um, I want y'all to be paying attention to like hearing about the astrology and then having a way to use it. No plans. So okay. Yes, for um bliss. Ah, okay. No problem. No problem. She's on Facebook anyway. I was like, what? She's on Facebook. Um, so yes. Venus retrograde is going to be life changing. Okay. Venus retrograde is going to be a game changer for a lot of us, but it's not going to be until after like September the 3rd. I think that Venus retrograde is like, well, okay, the South Node moved into let me just show y'all so y'all have a picture of it. And I'm sorry if I sound like I'm talking in circles or I don't really know what I'm talking about. My brain is not turned on yet. Okay, so um we have Venus, the planet of relationships, going retrograde. So that's one thing to be thinking about. Venus is going to go retrograde. And then um, we have the South Node right here. This is part of the eclipse. It's now in Libra at the 29th degree of all places. That's a very karmic degree. So it could be something really karmic around relationships with that. Um, so yeah, relationship topics are going to be at the forefront of what's going on this summer. We're going to really be looking at relationships. Some of it could be romantic relationships, but some of it is not. Venus is not just love relationships. It's just relationships in general. So you want to be thinking about that. It'll have you thinking about the people you spend one-to-one time with. Um, yeah, it'll when we think about relationships, it could bring up any relationship topics. It could be with a friend, a business partner, um, anything that is also kind of contractual. Yeah, anything that's contractual. It could bring up topics around that also. Or think about business relationships. It could bring up something around business relationships. Um, so yeah, this week is y'all don't play. Don't play. Okay. So yeah, we had the new moon. We're still in the new moon energy through today. It goes into the crescent moon phase starting tomorrow. Set your new moon intentions. Write it down. Since we've been talking about Erica Badu today, write it down and watch ish happen. All right. Okay. So Mercury square Jupiter, that could be creating a clash of ideas. Like one person think I wish I had looked at this because me and my younger brother, had a conversation, and I feel like we're both Jupiter. We're both aiming for the exact same goal. Like we have the exact same thing in mind. And he was telling me about his way, and I was like, well, this is my way. We weren't arguing or whatever. But it was just such a mercurial square Jupiter conversation on Sunday. Had I known, I would have just been like, oh, okay, I know what's going on. We got Mercury and Jupiter in operation. So the next thing that we have going on is Sun trine Neptune. So that brings in this energy of care and concern. It might be while I'm a little bit sleepy, or you just may feel a little bit sort of lazy, which we're already feeling that because we have so many planets retrograde, and then Venus is getting ready to go retrograde. So, yeah, Sun trine Neptune. If you feel like you just want to just go sit at the beach or by the river, at the pond, take a bath, just chill out, and it could be a very intuitive time. And you could get a lot of ideas from today through maybe even yesterday through Friday, Saturday. Just these brilliant downloads, inspired, so much inspired, like it's almost like you get inspired in a way where you're like, this didn't come from nobody but God. Like, I know I got some good ideas inside of me, but this right here, it had to have been channeled directly from the great mother herself, Um, so yeah, a lot of care and nurturance. Another thing it could bring is sort of like nostalgia. People may be thinking about their ancestors, but they won't be sad. They won't be sad. Um, oh, EM says sluggish is not my thing, and this new moon has had me on total sloth mode. I'm on sloth mode right now too, Queen. I understand. Oh my gosh, it's just and Neptune was a part of this moon actually. So maybe I need to just cut myself some slack. Yeah, because woo. Okay, so then we have Mars opposition Saturn. So we have Mars over here in Virgo. And see, Virgo, Mars in Virgo, we feel like I got 2,000 things on my list, baby. It's like we got our pen, we got our paper, we're writing it all down. We got all these lists of all the things that we need to do. And we feel like we want to go, 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 go. But then Saturn is over here kind of like, well, do we have to like really chase after it? Or, there's this part of Saturn that's gonna always be pushing, but just because Saturn is in Pisces, it's like Saturn might just be like, "Ah, man, we need more work rest. Like it doesn't feel good just being gung ho all the time. So because it's Mars and Saturn and they're in Virgo and Pisces, a lot of us might be looking at work-life balance. I know I am. I am like, oh my gosh. I do not have good work-life balance. I'm constantly having to find things to do that help me to be more balanced. Um, so it could be that topic coming up, but it'll feel kind of challenging to even care because it just feels like I just got to get this stuff done because it's Mars and Saturn. Okay. But the other thing about Mars and Saturn is Saturn will be like, you want all this fast forward action, but like you don't even have a plan. So some of us may be feeling like, I do actually need to come up with a plan, maybe a plan around work life balance or maybe we'll be looking at ourselves thinking, I am a little bit impulsive and I need to slow down and be more disciplined. That's another thing this is about. Yes, I need to take forward action, but it needs to be in a way that has some structure, is disciplined. And the more disciplined I am, it's like you work smarter, not harder. And therefore, you have more work life balance because you're not working all the time. But it is a lot of energy of balance. Now that I look at this chart, it's a lot of energy of balance. You need to follow your intuition. It has the energy of action, but it's like it's not it's more of like consistent action. It's like a little bit of action in that direction that you want to go every day is going to win you big dividends versus this notion where all of us, we live in we say this all the time. We live in such a microwave society that when something takes time, it makes us crazy. But what this is saying is, the best course of action you can take is to be consistent. Um, and you're not going to be able to be like, go, 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 right? It's more of like a marathoner, take marathon type action, not sprinting. Okay. That's interesting. Wow. Huh. Sun opposition Pluto. Yeah, that's one of the things I talked about. But it's approaching it right now. And I think that some of it to me, I know that not everybody's into politics. I'm very much into US politics. And so I was just like, why are things so crazy right now? Like, I mean, they were already crazy, don't get me wrong. But it just seems like there's like mm, it's I don't know. It just seems like there's more agitation or something when it seemed like we had kind of gotten a lull. And now all of a sudden, because we're still going through our Pluto return here in the United States. And, to see the sun opposite Pluto, like in the next, I want to say 3 days. Oh, in the next 3 days, I'm going to say 6 days, we can see something really pop off. Like, Yeah, I think we're gonna see a major event of some sort pop off. Um, just because that Pluto right there is still creating this transformation in the United States. I hope and pray that you all bless this country and pray that we go in a direction where everyone is winning, where women, African Americans, LGBTQ plus, differently abled, impoverished people, everyone is winning. We need a country like that. And I hope that y'all we this is our moment to set the agenda. Anyone watching this live stream, your four parents did not have an opportunity to set the agenda. And so it's our turn to set the agenda of this country in the direction we want it to go in. And so it's important. And Deezy, you can even send us good energy, but you can but it's our turn to set the narrative moving forward. We are standing at the crossroads, and we are the ancestors who were chosen to live at this time to help decide the direction of the country. And I want you to remember, you're coming back. You're coming back. And the way the world is set up, it doesn't matter if you are live in the United States, don't when you come back. Every country affects the other country. But there we all have ancestors. We have not ancestors, descendants who are coming after us. And that is why it is pivotal for us to do this kind of work. But yeah, while I'm gonna say while the sun is in Cancer, while it is in Virgo, see, I think when it gets to Virgo, it'll bring something good, something optimistic and positive can come from Virgo. But in Cancer, and while the sun is in Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, and Aries, that I think we may see, that's when we'll see the biggest craziness happen, just because Pluto is in Capricorn until the end of this year. All right. But while it's in the earth signs, it'll be sort of okay. Now, Pisces and Scorpio, it might be okay. But Cancer, it wreaks havoc on Pluto right now. Oh my gosh. So, uh, let's see here. So yeah, but personally, the sun opposite Pluto is more about what I talked about. There's some transformation that needs to happen. It's kind of like if you want to live authentically, you got to make some changes. If there's some goal that you want to achieve or some gift that you want to unlock and use, a transformation has to happen. A healing has to happen. And then, oh my gosh, when the sun gets to, I'm jumping ahead. Oh Lord. What am I doing? See, this is why I close out all links. Okay. Oh, I know what I'm looking for. When the sun gets to the 29th degree of Cancer, so that, I mean, yeah, Cancer, that's the last day that it's in Cancer. It's going to interact with that note, with those nodes. Oh my gosh. Why? Why are you doing this to me, son? Just stay in Cancer. Just or skip the 29th degree, sir. Let's see here. The sun goes so oh my gosh. The day Venus goes retrograde, the sun is going to be opposite, squaring the nodes of the moon. Oh my gosh. Why? Why are we doing this? It's not even necessary. Whew, I think this week is going to be incredible. So from today through easily next Sunday, Monday, I think that it's going to be a pretty eventful time. Um, Personally, I think it could be a time where you're kind of like, whoa, there's something new I got to do. It's kind of like maybe people are noticing the nodes of the moon have changed and maybe not. Um, but I think on that day, we'll all kind of be like, okay, I just got a reality check. I gotta get this together. I gotta get this together. Oh yeah, it's trine Neptune and opposite Pluto. And Neptune is sextile Pluto. Um, and they're both retrograde. Yeah, it's definitely I'm reading something like um maybe it's something in the subconscious mind. I was thinking about that today for myself actually. There's something in the subconscious mind that once you maybe use the subconscious mind actually. Maybe use the subconscious mind and your intuition to allow this transformation to happen. It could be a gentle transformation, but only if you're like maybe instead of feeling like you got to just fight for it, you'll allow the change to happen. Okay, let me see here. Some others people are here, sisters are here. Let me see here. I've been thinking about my ancestors a lot these days, especially my paternal godmother, grandmother. Yes, 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 yes. Slack is cut over here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Neptune. Hey, Larissa, welcome, Queen. When we leave fruits for our ancestors, do we eat them later? Because I left a peach and I ate it a few days later and it was so juicy and sweet. I say if that's what works for you, that is okay. I'm not super legalistic about working with the ancestors. I personally don't eat the food, but I actually kind of feel like the ancestors don't like me to waste food. So a whole peach, yeah. I just feel like you ate with your ancestors. That's how I see it. Mother is teaching me patience. I don't like it. Yeah. It's so necessary for just so many things in life. So, yeah, I get that. Let's see here. That's what the South Koreans call the Pali culture. What you just described, everything having to be wrapped up quickly for folks to be okay with it. Mhm. Yeah. It's I mean, if we think about it, it takes a while for babies to develop and I don't know like the best things in life, oftentimes there's something that is like slow and methodical. That's the beauty of the fixed signs because things are slow and methodical, and that's what it was based on. I'm saying the squares are happening amongst the fixed signs, and the fixed signs are we're going to be slow and methodical because if I know that I take my time and I put this together, it's going to stay together. Hmm. It's wild. It's wild. Oh, yep, that's exactly right, Shaka. Ah, look, just like I was saying, Kat. Um, it is. Let's see. I've been studying astrology since 2017. I don't know if there's been a day, maybe 2 days, in the early days when I didn't study astrology, but I've studied it for so long. It just takes a little time. Is I like showing y'all. You know what? I plan on starting to just share more astrology in these little. Guess you could call them like a pod that I'm gonna start just to help y'all get a better working knowledge of it because it is nice to be able to look. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm still learning astrology. I don't know astrology. Some days I feel kind of like, well, I know I'm intermediate because sometimes I realize I'm way further along. But when I was looking at it, Kat, it's interesting that you said that. As I was looking at it, I was like, this is interesting. I'm just looking at the aspects, and it was like something just turned on in my head that helped me to be able to look at the aspects. That's these things right here, the blue and the red. And I was like, oh, wow, I see something new. It's interesting. It's very, very interesting. Buenos dias. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? Yes, yes, yes. Is it a good week to have a difficult conversation at work, or should I just hold? I don't know. I think it's the theme, because we're in Venus retrograde. So if it's to bring more balance and harmony, you know, for me, I kind of like for that planet that is retrograding to start moving retrograde, because it's called. There's this part where it's just on the same degree. So if you look here, it's July. On yesterday, the 18th, Venus, you can just see for days, she's going to be on the 28th degree. That's called stationing. That's the most intense part, is when she's stationing. And then on the 29th, she starts moving. She starts moving backwards. Like, she's moving. Whereas right now she's not moving. So maybe if you really want the conversation to go well, then maybe do it 27th or later. Um if it's something that's like more of an SOS, then you just got to do what you got to do. I would say then, if it's like, no, I got to do this sooner than later, then I would just make sure the moon is in a sign. So this is Cafe Astrology. This is an ephemeris from Cafe Astrology. Did I get that thing? Copy. Okay. And so I'm going to show y'all how to do this really quickly, okay? So that you can know, is the moon in a sign or is it not in a sign? Because if it's in a sign, it has energy. If it's not in a sign, that means it does not have energy. And so you can see over here, this is the void. That means no energy. If we really want this thing to work, I always plan stuff around void moon times, right? And then if we want it to work, we want it to have the energy to go in a certain direction, then we do it when the moon is in a sign. And so this is the time that it starts, that it's in a sign. And this is the time that it starts, that it's in a void time. Okay. So today is the 19th. So like, I would not have the conversation on the 20th, tomorrow, between 10 a.m. and 1:13 p.m. Eastern time. Remember, always, you got to know the time zone of the ephemeris. So, oh yeah. So like today, if you're like, no, I need to have this conversation sooner than later, then you could do it today. Today, the moon is fully in a sign. Tomorrow, it goes void at 10:09 a.m. and then it goes into Virgo at 1:13 p.m. Eastern time. So avoid that time. Okay. And then after 1:13 p.m. on the 20th through like the 21st and the 22nd. What are those dates? 21st and okay. So I don't know if you would have it with them on the 22nd or the 23rd. I'm just gonna act like it's a business day. Then, through the through the 21st. Okay. Then, you could have the conversation with them. And it just goes on. The moon is not going to be void long. It goes void at 12:06 a.m. and then it's back in a sign at 1:55 a.m. on the same day. So really anytime on the 23rd, the 24th, and then you can see here on the 25th, just avoid lunchtime, 11:06 a.m. to 12:56 p.m. So this is how I use astrology practically. It's why I say I'm about practical application of astrology. So if you really want this conversation to work well, I would do it sometime on the 23rd, the 24th, or the 25th, because it's Libra. It's the sign that has to do with creating harmony and that kind of thing. Maybe if it's like I need to troubleshoot or have a difficult conversation around like work ethic and how people are doing with day-to-day operations and routines, then I might would have it when the moon is in Virgo. If you have it today with the moon and Leo, maybe it could be motivating and um yeah, Leo's inspiration and fun. So you could make that work. If you're the leader, then it would be a great day because Leo's the leader. So y'all can see how you can use the moon in different ways like that. Hope that was helpful, Paulette. Hey, Latoya, welcome. Yeah, I typically don't eat the food unless I split it between the ancestors and myself. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, it's. Ah. So that's your older child, 16? Wow, happy birthday. Oh, that's right. Okay, your older one. Yeah. You're welcome. I love sharing this so much. Yeah, I'm like, oh, once I figured this out, I was like, I'm telling everybody. Grand Rising, how are you, Ocean Funke? Welcome, welcome. Okay, good, good, good. Thank you, Felicia. Thank you, thank you. Yes, if y'all would, that helps the channel. It helps this video. I appreciate you all so much. If y'all would go on ahead and give a thumbs up in the video, share the video with other people who you think would benefit from it. Okay, let's see here. Oh, let me just finish making sure I'm looking at everything. Okay. So yeah, Venus retrograde here on the 22nd. And then on the 23rd, the sun goes into Leo. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Um, because the sun is gonna be in its home sign. And we have Venus retrograde. Oh my gosh. Um, but yeah, Leo is about having fun and it's creative. It's actually a sign that has to do with fashion. A lot of times, Leos are models or model like. And it has to do with children. So, maybe it's your children or children in your life. And it also could be you working on your inner child because Leo is the child. It represents, yeah, Leo represents our childhood. So it could be a time where we're working to heal the inner child, establish a new relationship with the inner child. And it might just be we go back and like there were values that were given to us as children, and we might start saying, that's not what I value. I don't value that. And, I get to choose my values now. And so, yeah, that could be something that comes up. So, Mercury square Uranus, that is no question. We think we've been seeing internet technology kind of stuff going on. It will happen starting around, I'm just going to go on ahead and say the 21st. I'm going to give it a wide little bit of a range. Yeah, you know what? I think even now we could be kind of feeling like something is going on techie. I can't quite figure out what it is. Uranus was in this moon. No, that was a good, I don't know what it is. I just have noticed a lot of tech stuff going on. But if for sure you will start feeling that, I would say around Friday, Saturday through next Monday or so. Monday, Tuesday. Oh, and then Mars is going invisible. Why, Mars? Don't do it. Oh, how have I missed this? Oh my gosh. Y'all get to see the astrologer freak out. Astrology freak out. Oh. Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I had not noticed that. This is my first time mentioning this to you all. Mars is going invisible. So, EM, you think we're sleepy? You ain't seen nothing yet. We're going to have Mars and Venus invisible at the same time. So, what is invisible? I was just talking to the initiates about this last night, actually, and I was saying all planets, um, except for the sun, go invisible. Well, the sun goes invisible sometimes during an eclipse, but that's so rare. We don't even think about it too much. But invisible means that the sun is right there with the planet. And so whenever the sun gets close to a planet, it you can't see the planet. And a lot of times the way we describe Mars is well, I'm not gonna worry about it. But anywho, Mars is gonna go invisible. Venus is gonna be invisible because the sun is in Leo. So it's getting close to him, and the sun's light is so bright that it you can't see that planet in the sky when it's close to the sun like that. And so the sun is gonna go invisible. And I mean, Mars is gonna go invisible first. And that means that Scorpios and Aries will feel like they don't have a lot of energy. And then when Venus goes invisible, Taurus and Libra people will feel like they don't have a lot of energy. And guess what? I'm a Scorpio rising and a Taurus moon. That's why I was like, no, why? Why, mama? Please, no, don't do it. Don't do it, Mars. But we all will feel this. We all will feel Mars invisible. And when a planet goes invisible, one or two things you can think about. One is its energy is not as accessible outwardly. Like Venus and Mars, we use these planets to manifest. And so it'll make us go within. So, like Mars going invisible inside of Virgo is going to really have us looking internally at themes around Virgo, like um, organization, lifestyle, work ethic, that kind of thing. And then, but the other thing is like we'll feel like Mars is not accessible. People who usually will stand up and fight will just be like, no one's gonna, there's gonna be like a lack of fight. Or it could be topics coming up around military and um, officers of the law, even entrepreneurs and innovation, that kind of thing. I wonder with Mars going invisible if there's going to be some turn of events with Ukraine and Russia. That's interesting. And so, yeah, Mars going invisible. Oh my gosh. Mars is actually a planet that has to do with technology too. So that's how I got there. Like, oh, whoa, we're going to have Mercury square Uranus, and then we're going to have Mars go invisible. I think it could be a lot of tech stuff. Mars also has to do with cars. So it could bring up topics around cars also. So, mm, 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 mm. Ah, okay. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, it's her birthday of becoming a mom. Her child was born 16 years ago. Okay, that's what I'm doing now, making decisions about my values and what I believe. Yes. Values is going to be top of mind. Top of mind. Yes. Yeah, it the reason I didn't say combust is because when Mars goes invisible, is it combust? I don't think it's I don't know how many degrees it's combust. Maybe it is combust. I was going to say combust, but then I thought I don't really know if a planet is always combust when it's invisible. I don't know if that's the same thing. Um, but I know it is when it's closer. And Mars, yeah, maybe that's what it is. They're just Mars just will fight back. I guess is what I'm trying to say. They say Mars, it the sun can't really combust it because it's so hot and fiery. So they just battle it out. But anywho, that's just a whole bunch of astrology tech talk. That woman who was allegedly kidnapped last Thursday and who showed up after social media went wild with her missing person story. Yeah. I was just talking to my husband about that. I was like, what is that about? Wild. Hello, Shannon. Happy birthday to Shannon. She had her birthday yesterday. Yeah. Your planet, because I know you're Taurus, your planet is slowing down. So you'll have to slow down a little bit too, Diza. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go on ahead and do a reading. I think that I'm not gonna do a mindfulness today. I feel drained too, so I have to be conserve my energy, and this is a little bit easier. So let me see here. Yeah, Shannon is a young thing. I know people in their 40s think they're old because it's the oldest they've ever been, but I'm like, oh, you're in your 40s? I see why old folk used to tell me, oh, you still young. They still tell me I'm young, so I'm not even old. Okay, let me put this back in here because I didn't even ask. Okay. Let's do it. Let's do an oracle reading, y'all. Oh, okay. Dos. Okay, this one has to do with this new moon that we're in right now. Give me one more oracle. Tres. Yeah, this is really, really interesting. So, thanks. We're going to do a 3-card pull. I don't typically use it this way. Okay. So, this is the situation as it exists beyond appearances. Who loves that? Who loves that? Pot of gold, baby. Pot of gold. And okay. This is called success. It's the success card. I love that. Who is ready for this one? Okay, so it says the overflowing pot of gold sits at the end of the rainbow, long sought after and finally attained. These are the fruits of success, tangible achievement realized. And this card brings the successful reward you have been hoping and working for. Prosperity, gain, nobility, and crowning achievement are yours. This is a time of great accomplishment. The success you deserve is coming to you and is soon to be all around you. Now, I just want to know who's open up to receive that. I'm waiting to see. I'm waiting to see. Felicia, one of them sisters, is like, even though she's not much older than me, she is like, y'all young. Y'all young women out here. Y'all young women at 45. 45 and wet behind the ears. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, you're still young. Trust. If at 53, I still don't get to be old, trust. You don't get to be old. Aw. All right, Jasmine. Yes, that's exactly right, Ocean Kimmy. Okay, so who's open to receiving their pot of gold? And I think that what this is saying is that we're sitting on it. We're sitting on our proverbial pot of gold. Where can you see that in your life? Can you see where you're sitting on your pot of gold? Huh. I just already had something come to me. That works for me. 42, but you feel 19. In my head, not in my body. That is so funny. Wow. I heard that. I honor you. You did, Felicia. I honor you. You're an elder. Yep. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna move on to the next one. So the next one that I pulled is the Wind of Intention card, which I think is a beautiful card because what it talks about is we've got to set our intentions. That's why I asked, Who has set their intentions for this new moon? Huh? The intention card. And essentially what she's saying is that it's important to do some introspection and identify what. Okay, let me just read this. It says she navigates the deepest levels of mind through meditation, introspection, and dream time to identify what her being requires and then calls it to her. Her mind holds the intent of her soul's desire so that source has a clear picture of what to deliver. So that's what we have to think about, y'all. We have a desire in our soul. I would say if you look at your chart, you will understand some of what you desire. What is your desire is connected to your purpose. But what helps us to manifest it is holding it in the mind, having our mind hold the intent around it. There is the subconscious part of manifestation, and then there's the conscious part of manifestation. And I think part of the struggle is we're so in our conscious mind about how do I manifest this thing, when really the subconscious is what's going to help you to understand how you're going to manifest what you want. But by the same token, the conscious mind is what keeps it top of mind, or you can actually see the step that you need to take that the universe brings to you in order to manifest what you want. So that's why this is so important. And she says, you must know your dreams and desires and let them fuel your intentions. So, what's your dreams and desires? Write out your intentions that you honestly communicate with the heavens. The very power of your intention lights the path from your being to the creative force. And so once we connect with that creative force, that's how our dreams manifest and come home to us. So I just think that this is a week for us to make sure we write down our intentions, okay, and consciously keep them in our mind. But you have to bring them up. Like, what if consciously you want something just because someone said that's what you should want? Like, that's a lot of us find ourselves like that. Like, why did I even want this? Oh, because society said that's what I want. And she's saying, get in touch with your desires, your soul desires. You have to do that through, your spiritual practice. Then once you're in touch with your desires, then it's your conscious mind that is going to make sure it puts it on the screen of your mind so that the universe is like, okay, what does she want today? Okay. Oh, I heard that. Oh, it could be actually. Good. I did my intentions locked in. And I told Shannon she is she's going to have a whole new life next year. When we hear from her, she's going to say her life is totally different, because when you have a new moon birthday, wow, that's a lot of manifesting energy. I've set my intention of visualizing where I want to be and my vacation turning to home place. Beautiful, nice bliss. Good cat. Nice. I've been intentional and goal setting all year. It's been working out very well for me. Love that, Ocean Kimmy. I never wanted something because someone else said I should want it. It's not all the time. It could be subconscious though. Sometimes it's like the values that got installed in us, and then we're like, I don't even want this. Like, why was I valuing this thing? And then we start realizing, oh, this is what society was teaching me, or you picked it up from your parents or something like that. So that's what I think. Not so much that we look at what other people have and we want it. Yeah, it could be that though. It could be that. Okay. I think this one is interesting. It has to do with cycles. It's the Earth card. It's another Earth energy. That's why I was like, this is some good manifesting energy right here. Okay. So let's go back to Earth. And so this has to do with this goddess called Nehushta. It says she swallows her own tail, symbolizing, check this out, symbolizing renewal and regeneration through cyclical rebirth. You know, that might be something that we want to think about. We want to think about renewal. We want to think about regeneration. We want to think about rebirth. The order of the cosmos is clear by the movement of the stars and planets, and it's also reflected in the seasons of change and rebirth on Earth, which is where we are right now in Cancer season. Now, here's what she said. This is a time. Oh, wait a minute. Let me go back to this 3-card spread. Hold on one second, y'all. Sorry to cut it off like that. So, the course of action Spirit wants us to take is set your intentions. And what will that bring? It will bring the outcome of the 2 of Earth card, which has to do with cycles. This is a time of transition in your life. Be like Nehushta and let the current momentum transmute the old into the new. So it kind of goes back to what we talked about in the astrology transformation. We're going to have this transformation happen. And that's what's going to uncover the pot of gold that we're sitting on. See what you're holding onto in yourself and release the brakes so that the changes that bring the new form to you can come swiftly and easily without resistance. So what I would say to you is, where do you have the brakes on in your life? What are you resisting? What resistance do you need to let go of? And so resistance is a gift. It can give you some information about yourself. Sometimes resistance is we need to get into that vibration to become vibrationally aligned with what we want. Sometimes resistance can deal with safety. Just doesn't feel safe to do that. For whatever reason, our subconscious mind has decided it was something that happened a while ago. It's not just your subconscious mind gets resistance, but it could be something happened a while ago. And so you have a comfort zone. And anytime you move outside of that comfort zone, you can create resistance because it's like, I got to make her feel so uncomfortable that she doesn't want to be outside the comfort zone. She'll come back into the comfort zone. And sometimes we just kind of have to push through the resistance in order to get, it's like once you get through the resistance, that's your breakthrough. And you become a whole new person, and whatever used to have a hold on you doesn't have a hold on you anymore. And so I still say that renewal and regeneration and rebirth is important. I think I am going to go on ahead and do, because I'm thinking about, it's not a long mindfulness practice, but I want to do that with you all. I was scared about debt, but I want this master's degree, so I'm going for it. Jasmine, yes. Oh my gosh. Have you already applied? Are you already accepted? Keep us posted on your progress. And for master's degrees, a lot of times you can get a fellowship or a graduate assistantship, associateship, something like that. I'm excited for you. You have 9th house energy, so yes, if I remember correctly, yes. Very, very good. I take basil leaf, write my name, Dia burn. Oh, I love that. And my intention, burn it and go bury it outside. Oh, that's beautiful. Ah, beautiful. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. I'm glad you did it though. Sometimes it's so hard to try to figure out what you need for yourself. You just give up. You're good. Y'all are good. Wow. Yes, yes, yes. Ouroboros. I, it's new to me. I only know it because of this card right here. You're fine. Nobody would even know that that word is spelled wrong. Yes, yes, yes. I'm so proud of you. I am so because I know you've been working on what am I gonna do? Which direction? Yes, congratulations. I'm so proud of you, Jasmine. It's worth it. It's worth it. What's the degree gonna be in? I'm so excited for you. Okay. So let's go on ahead and do a quick mindfulness practice. And the reason I want to do this is because we are being invited to allow ourselves to be a little bit more clear so that we can be aligned with our new moon intentions, to be aligned with the transformation we're being asked to make. And we can invite more into our life of what we want. Oh, cover that pot of gold. Uncover that pot of gold. So we're going to practice what is called the RAIN method. And RAIN stands for recognize, allow, or you could say the A stands for accept, investigate, and nourish. Okay. So we're going to do it together in our practice, but you can do this at any time. It's created by Tirra, Brach, if you ever want to find it. And I love the RAIN method because it is very helpful with difficult emotions and thoughts. So, going ahead and sit comfortably and begin bringing your awareness to the present moment. And just as a reminder, be curious about this um, practice and bring in a lot of compassion and care and kindness, knowing that when you take time to be present to your emotions, um, you give them a voice, and it's just healthier body, mind, spirit. Okay. Emotions. So as you just continue to allow yourself to sink into your seat, maybe drop your shoulders, take in a nice big breath and long, slow, deep breath out of your mouth. And just give yourself a moment to notice what you hear and what you feel in the body and what's occurring in the mind. And if you would, just go on ahead and bring up a difficult emotion or experience. Just going to give you a few moments to let one come to the forefront of your mind. A difficult moment or experience. And we're going to start with recognition. Recognize the thoughts coming up, the sensations in the body, and the critical inner voice you often hear. Just recognize them. Notice them. And spend a few moments just acknowledging the presence of the difficulty, tuning into different ways it manifests in your life. And so we're going to move to the next phase now, which is allowance or acceptance. With unpleasant emotions, the habit of the mind is to try to get rid of these experiences. Instead, allow your mind to be present to the experience, to the emotions. Just be present to what you have brought up. Allow it to just be there instead of resisting it. And you could try offering a simple phrase of acceptance, such as this: right now, it's like this. Another one could be, at that moment, that's how it was. And just continue to work with acceptance or allowance. Bring the mind back when it starts pushing away the difficulty. And just maybe offering that phrase, noticing whatever you have brought up without any judgment. Again, bringing in that curiosity. Okay, we're going to move into investigating more deeply the I. So you recognize what you were feeling in the first step of rain. In investigation, allow curiosity to take over. And just ask yourself where you feel vulnerable and how this emotion serves you. And if you believe you can be free from this pain, just ask yourself. Ask yourself where you feel vulnerable and how this emotion serves you. And if you believe you can be free from this pain. Okay, so we're now going to turn towards the end part of rain, nourishing yourself with self-compassion. You just want to bring kindness and care to that emotion, to that experience. Something that I like to say to myself is, of course you felt that way in that situation. Of course you felt that way. It makes so much sense that you felt that way. And it's okay. To be human is to experience emotions. And sometimes the emotions are difficult. And that's just what happened in that moment. Well, that's what's happening right now. It's all okay. Maybe even give yourself a hug, a little squeeze, rub yourself a little bit. It's okay. It's okay. You know, we're in Cancer season, bringing that tenderness and that care to that emotion. It's okay. You're human. Of course, you're going to experience negative emotions at times. So, this whole exercise has been a practice of self compassion as you're attending to the pain with awareness rather than denying it. Just maybe make an effort to offer a few more phrases of compassion and open your heart, or maybe offer compassion to your heart. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay. Yeah, I chose that one because, well, it's Cancer season. We're at this new moon. So, it's all about our emotions when we're talking about Cancer. And one of the things that I know is so important is that we take that time to learn how to take care of ourselves emotionally. And I love that RAIN method. It's just so simple. Recognize, allow or accept, investigate, and nourish. Rinse and repeat. How was that for you all? Oh, wow. Wow. CPA. Wow. Yes, you've got to do that. Wow. I'm excited for you. I'm really, really excited for you. Good. Good, good. You are so welcome. You are so welcome. Yeah, I love doing this so much. I really do. I love. Oh. Okay, so stars. I'm gonna give us our mindfulness, not mindfulness, affirmation for the week. Oh, this is interesting. This is I am graceful. I am graceful. Maybe you need to be grace filled for yourself. You need to grant yourself some grace. And even I needed to hear that. I am graceful. One more, because I just love this little card. I love this little deck right here. Oh, wow. It's called Infinite Creativity. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through, each one capable of blossoming into beautiful creations. Okay, that's just more of the same. Set your new moon intentions, goddesses. The universe is like, hint, hint. If you want something, go on ahead and set your intentions. Although, me as your sister guide, I have to let you know um, that we're going into Venus retrograde. So slow and methodical. We've talked about that today. Having that patience, Natasha. Thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate you. I'll be back next week. And yeah, hopefully I'll get some rest over these next few days. And then, because I need to get my newsletter out, hopefully I'll get that out today. And, but I'll be back here next Wednesday. So I hope that you all will join me. What are we going to use to take it out? I'm going to use this one because I know it for sure. Let's do this one. I don't even know what this sounds like. Y'all are going to hear this beep. Oh, yeah, this is a good one. Oh, so good. I'm glad to hear that. Aw. Keep doing that, Bliss, okay? Mwah. I'm a muse archetype, letting the ideas flow. I love that, birthday queen. All right, sisters. Love y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for being here. And yeah, see y'all next week. All right. Mwah. Peace and love. Also, please, can y'all give me a thumbs up, please? And I invite you all to join my very affordable yet way more value than what I charge. I only charge $10. And y'all are getting some of the best astrology and practical spiritual tips inside my membership, $9.99. So I invite y'all to hit that join button. And yeah, I appreciate y'all. Take care. Peace and love.